100 naira eko. Let's bus eko.
Good morning and welcome to Lagos This Morning. It's good to be here once again. In our week on Lagos This Morning, we bring you all the juicy stories trending, both in politics, entertainment, sports, and not forgetting business, and even the foreign department too. We discuss everything. My name is Ebuka Ezubika, and I have my co-host here with me in the studio.
Good morning, Lagos and esteemed viewers across the globe. My name is Kofola Okay.
All right, so you know how we run the show, and we'll kickstart with the trending stories that are in the dailies for this morning. So quickly, let's start off with the headlines. We have Tinubu will throw out ministers who fail to perform after 8 months. This is coming from Senator Smart Adeyemi.
Akpabio not behind my removal. Embattled. Senator Abbo apologizes.
Concerning flood in the Lagos State government orders residents in Alagbule, Kara, orders to relocate.
And then on to entertainment. I don't want my leg to be cut off after Mr. Abbo cries house from sickbed.
Oh. Now moving on to the foreign scene, Joe Biden says US will work with Israel to spare civilians in Gaza.
And lastly, sports. AC Milan's Chukwueze sidelined with hamstring injury.
Alright, so we'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll look more into some of these stories. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You are watching Newspaper Front Page Review, Thursday, October 19, 2023, on the Daily Times newspaper. Tinubu's government APC reaching out to me, ex-SGF Lawal. Enugu LP kicks holes in tribunal verdict, alleges illegalities, inconsistencies. Newly reconstructed Minna Airport below standard, Governor frowns. As a banker, I foresaw Nigeria's present problems. Warned but was ignored, Obaseki says. Senate confirms new EFCC chair, secretary. Insurgency, we can't let Nigerians down, Air Force chief tells officers. Moving on to Daily Trust. Marketers blame Forex, orders as fuel scarcity returns to Lagos, Abuja. Senate confirms Olukayode as EFCC chairman. After $1 billion drop, Nigeria may suffer further decline in FX inflows, report. 3 terrorists, 1 soldier killed in gun duel in Kaduna State. Gaza, Islamic nations accuse Israel of state-sponsored terrorism. Moving on to Nigerian News Direct. Nigeria loses 2.9 trillion naira to contract fraud in 2 years, EFCC. Nollywood stars storm Ekpe as Sanwo-Olu kicks off construction of $100 million Lagos Film City project. FG subsidized electricity with 135.23 billion naira in second quarter 2023, NERC. Senate confirms Olukayode as EFCC chairman. NNPCL appoints Soneye as Chief Corporate Communications Officer. NAFDAC approves vaccine for cancer immunization. Naira plunges to record low of 1,100 naira per dollar on black market. Subsidy palliatives, Ogun extends payment of 10,000 naira transport allowance to civil servants by 6 months. Moving on to this, Nigeria. Nigerians no longer trust their leaders, FG says concept of nationhood, patriotism broken down as Information Minister Idris unveils plan for national reorientation. Naira tumbles to 1,100 naira per dollar at exchange market. I have nothing against Islam, says FCT Minister Wike. Now on First News. Admits fresh evidence against Tinubu Atiku begs Supreme Court. Tinubu meets EFCC chairman behind closed doors hours after Senate confirmation. Anti-corruption crusade. Don't use me as example, Akpabio tells EFCC chair. Senator Abbo makes U-turn, says Akpabio not behind his sack. Apologies. Palliative. Abbo extends 10,000 naira transport allowance payment to civil servants. Police commence trial of officer who fired shot in Ladipo Market. Assets recovery. Court strikes out autumn deputy suit against Benue government. Now on business day. Emzos $23 million plan to save dollars, save lives. Manufacturers spend worsen on impasse with foreign suppliers. Moving on to The Nation. More Chinese funding for rail power order project. EFCC quizzes Oyo kingmakers over laughing. Senate not boiling, says Akpabio. ICPC recovered 655 billion naira cash assets in 4 years. Moving on to salient times. FG spent 171.3 billion naira on electricity subsidy in 6 months. NERC. Subsidy due to absence of cost-reflective tariffs across all distribution companies. Discos rake in 267.9 billion naira. Second quarter collection efficiency at 75.5%. Father of 3 arrested for raping his 13-year-old house help in Rivers State. Atiku asks Supreme Court to reject technicality, overrule Tinubu on fresh evidence. Veteran actor Mr. Abbo seeks public assistance as he battles an ailment that may cost him his leg. Tinubu approves takeoff of 6 varsities established under Buhari's tenure. Ondo Assembly to consider suspending impeachment process against Deputy Governor Ayedatiwa. Gabriel Afolayan thanks brother Kunle Afolayan for role in Ijobo. Moving on to The Punch. Contributory pension. NLC retirees lament as 26 states fail to join scheme. Lagos 5 orders in full compliance. Contributory pension scheme inevitable, says Pencom. Withdrawing pension immoral, says NLC. Retirement now death sentence. Retirees kick. Ondo Assembly asks Ayedatiwa to withdraw suit. Extortion. Police remove DPO. Try orders after Punch report. Laughing. EFCC quizzes Oyo kingmakers over bribery allegation. Gaza hospital attack sparks protest. Biden Israel blame terror group. China to fund PH Maiduguri Abuja Kanu rails. Anti-graft war should start from National Assembly EFCC chair. Akpabio meets Tinubu, dismisses crisis in Senate. Now on Daily Independent. Chicago Varsity Certificate Saga. Atiku asks Supreme Court to reject technicality, admit fresh evidence. Nigeria lost 2.9 trillion naira from 2018 to 2020 to contract fraud, EFCC boss. APC now Islamic Party, ex-SGF Babachir Lawal blast Tinubu orders. FG planning to make Nigerians have faith in country, coming from Minister. Sanwo-Olu kicks off construction of $100 million Lagos Film City project. Intel shows Israel not responsible for Gaza hospital blast, says White House. Tinubu okays 6 varsities established under Buhari to kick off. Abbo makes U-turn, says Akpabio not behind his sack from Senate. ENCO sacks 2 personnel, sanctions 35 orders. No crisis in Senate, Akpabio insists after visiting Tinubu. And finally, on Leadership newspaper. 10 years after Genco's Disco's freed over license renewal amid uncertainty. NNPCL appoints Olufemi Shoneye as Chief Communications Officer. Fresh evidence. Atiku asks Supreme Court to overrule Tinubu. 20 dead, 40 injured in Yobe auto crash. China to complete Abuja Kano PH Maiduguri rail project. Governors back state of emergency in education sector. For detailed news, political analysis, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bells. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to Lagos this morning. So about to go into the stories for today. Now, starting off with the first story concerning Senator Smart Abbo. Now, the senator representing Kogi in the House of Assembly have come aside to mention about what the president will do to senators and ministers rather that have not done anything so far in his administration. Senator representing Kogi West in the National Assembly, Smart Abbo, said President Bola Tinubu will throw out any minister who fails to perform in 6 months. Abbo stated this in an interview. According to him, He says what Nigerians should know about President Bola Tinubu today, including those who are ministers, is that from his track record, once you don't perform in 6 months, he shows you the way out. Now, Kofo, let me come to you concerning the statement by Senator Smart. What do you feel about this?
It seems the president is so eager to make a change in the Nigerian system. According to what the news also said, it's Tinubu understands what Nigerians are facing, the struggles and everything. So he's ready to remove anyone who is not performing in 6 months. And I think it's a good thing actually.
Yeah, I think it's basically right. It's just like you sending your children to school after the first term. There's always an examination at the end of the day. So this is just a way to examine what you've done so far in 6 months.
Right.
And then some of the ministers are working. Some of them have just been probably they're working underground. But some of them have been like active. Every day we hear about them in the news. The Minister of Interior is one of them.
Yeah.
The Minister of the FCT, yes, a week is another one that we hear about almost every week. So I think other ministers too are working, but they should do more so that we can see them. So as far as I think this is a smart move by the president if he does this.
He does. All right, moving to the next news. Akpabio not behind my removal. Embattled Senator Abbo apologizes. The embattled senator representing Adamawa North Senatorial District, Elisha Abbo, has apologized over his allegation that Senate President Godswill Akpabio plotted his removal by the Court of Appeal. Abbo tendered his apology while speaking in an interview on Arise Television on Wednesday. What do you think about that story?
Concerning Senator Elisha Abbo, he is one of the youngest senators in the House of Assembly.
Yes.
And he came out some days ago to mention that the courts in Adamawa sacked him as the senator. He is the only candidate of the APC in that state. And they threw him out, bringing in the guy from PDP. So now he's saying that this issue is not something that is just mere beyond the physical eye, that there are powers that be that have already orchestrated this plan. And he accused the Senate president himself that he is the one that is orchestrating this move. And he's not surprised about it. He also mentioned the fact that he's not the senator going down. Some other senators also are going down. He is one of them. He said there are other 4. He mentioned one of them being Ojius Okalu, one of the senators representing the Southeast. Then he said 3 others to join him, that he knows this for a fact. So later, he came back to say, he's apologizing, that he just said those things based on he doesn't have so much information, and the information he got at that point was what he just told everybody. So he's apologizing that statement was wrong. And in fact, that the Senate president, Akpabio, called him on the phone and even swore by his mother's grave. That he swore by his mother's grave that on my mother's grave, I didn't do any. In fact, I didn't even know you were even in court. So he said, if the Senate president can swear by his mother's grave, that why would he believe him? So, because nobody swears with their mother's grave, and especially the mother died since when the dad died when he was 6 years old. The mother has been taking care. So he has to believe him. So he's apologizing to him and hoping that Nigerians can also forgive him for the incentive. So you too can also forgive him for accusing the Senate president wrongly. So that's what Senator Elisha. But for now, he's not in the Senate anymore. He's been replaced by the other one from Adamawa State.
Okay, and at the end of the day, the appellate court declared the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Amos Yohana, as the winner of the February 25th senatorial election. Abbo had blamed his fate on the Senate president. He alleged that Akpabio was responsible for the unfavorable court judgment against him.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get to see the end of this issue sometime soon. Moving on now down to Lagos State, and this is concerning flooding. This is something that has been affecting Lagos State and also its environs. We are in the month of the rains, and the flood has been causing so much disasters. Now, the Lagos State government on Wednesday have alerted residents, especially those in Lagos, about the downstream of the Ogun River, that there is a likelihood of them experiencing flood this month of October. So they are advising them to relocate to safer areas. Now, according to the statement from the spokesperson of the Ministry of Environment, Kunle Additional, He identified those areas as Alagbole, Meron, Maidankara, Isheri, Oloworam, Agility, Owode Onirin, Owode Elede, Agboyi 1, Agboyi 2, Ajegule, Lekki, Ajah, and the like. So many of those places in Lagos State that are prone to flooding, especially when it rains. We know how it is around Lagos.
Oh, yeah.
And the Lagos State government are advising people that, they stay around. I don't know if you stay around this area that are prone to flood.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I don't, but I know people stay around there, and I
Mm.
can testify to the fact that those places are actually prone to flood
But there are some places that once it rains, it's not motorable at
at
all.
all.
At all. So those are the kind of places. So they're saying in those areas, because I can remember the rain of last year, and in places like Agigi, some places were flooded with water. In fact, into people's homes, you could see water in those places.
Even at Ogba,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
it's always very flooded whenever it rains.
Right.
So, as well.
And part of these things are lack of drainage facilities in
Lack
many
of
of these
drainage,
areas.
yeah.
Some of them, they have the drainage facilities. It's already blocked. It's already blocked because people throw things into the drainages. So they also the Lagos State government is also advising people in Lagos to stop blocking their drainages so that the water would have a way of passing through whenever it rains this much. So if you know you live around these areas, please try and move to a safer location, at least for this period.
Okay, let's take the entertainment news about actor Mr. Abbo. The Nollywood comic actor John Okafor, better known as Mr. Abbo, is currently lying sick in an unnamed private hospital in Lagos. In a video he posted on his verified Instagram account on Wednesday, which had gone viral, the actor was seen soliciting help and prayers from fans. According to Mr. Abbo, he has been in the hospital for some weeks, and the doctors said they will have to cut off his leg if their next line of action does not work. In his words, "I have been down for so many weeks. All I am hoping for is your prayers and assistance. As I speak to you, I am still lying down at the hospital." The medical director of this hospital said that the best solution is, in case his new idea doesn't work, the best idea is to cut off my leg.
No, very sad.
Very sad.
Legendary veteran actor, the Nollywood industry.
Yeah.
But I think some months ago, he celebrated his 40 years on stage that he has been doing this. And as growing up, I was watching Mr. Abbo while growing up. One of those comic characters that
He really puts smiles on a lot of bones.
He just has this facial expression, and it's sad that this is happening to him. And his birthday was celebrated some days ago, and even in the hospital, his family, everybody came around to celebrate with him. Hopefully, he gets better.
We wish Mr. Abbo a quick recovery.
And we want to give a shout out to the celebrities that are already rallying around.
I guess I could see King Rudy, I could see Davido,
everybody, Mr. P. There are also so many of them already rallying around. Even fans are also contributing their small 2,000, 1,000 at least. It will go a long way. Yesterday while I was scrolling through my Instagram page, Tunde Headnut also posted his video, and from the comment section I could see people saying even if it's 500, 1,000, sent to me, nothing is more. And then I was truly impressed. I mean, he really needs our help at this moment, because no doubt he has put smiles on a lot of homes. So. And he's still putting smiles, even when he's sick. He's still putting smiles. So that's just something that, I think that's why Nigerians love you. You put smiles on our face. It's time for us to help you. It's time we can also do something like this. So, and also Nollywood also, I think they have to do something too for their president.
Yes.
He's one of the pioneers of Nollywood.
Yes.
Going back way back. So I think Nollywood also should come for him in this trying time.
I agree.
Okay, let's leave entertainment for now. Now let's talk about what is happening in Israel. Now, the war between the Israelis and the Palestinians now is taking a new turn. Right now, Joe Biden, the president of America, visited Israel together with the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, and they have a discussion with the president of Israel. Now, President Joe Biden has said on Wednesday that the United States would work together with Israel to prevent civilian deaths in Gaza. Also, the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also is promising to make more efforts concerning this particular one, just to make sure civilians are safe. Because so far in this war between Israel and Hamas, we've seen that the civilians have taken a huge death toll from this one because civilians are harmless. You're fighting against the military guys, but then it's looking like the civilians are the ones that are getting it back to back. Some days ago, the Israelis destroyed the hospital where people are already taking care of themselves. Hospitals were destroyed, people died in that particular one. And war is something that's it's not something anybody likes. You can see what is going on between Ukraine and Russia. Over 1 year of fighting. Over 1 year.
And it's affected the innocent lives. A lot of lives were lost.
Innocent lives have been lost. Right now, Israel has been very quiet for quite a while until this issue with Hamas came up. And right now, Israel, Gaza, Hamas, Palestine is just basically on fire at the moment. But Hamas and also all other Arab nations are calling on world powers to please intervene in this issue so that it will not escalate further in this particular regard.
Okay, moving to sport news now. AC Milan's Chukwueze sidelined with hamstring injury. Milan did not specify the length of time the winger will be absent, but the Italian press has suggested Chukwueze to be out for 1 month. AC Milan Samuel Chukwueze has picked up a left hamstring injury while on Nigerian duty, the club said on Wednesday, and could miss a month of action. What do you feel about that?
Chukwueze is unfortunate for him. He just arrived in AC Milan this season. Yeah, he was with Villarreal last season. And really, he has not really found his footing in AC Milan.
As a 24-year-old.
Yeah, he has not really been playing so much of football. He came in with so much promises, hoping that he will be starting. But under the new coach of AC Milan, he has not been starting so many of these games. So he came to represent his motherland, his fatherland, if you want it that way, Nigeria. And the friendly games we just played, and he joined the list of players that have been injured. We have 3 players already from this particular last game. The likes of Victor Osimhen is out injured. Kelechi Iheanacho is out injured right now. Samuel Chukwueze too is out injured. That's why sometimes club sides don't like releasing their players to go for this friendly games. For Chukwueze, it's unfortunate, and this one he will not play for like a month. And hopefully he comes back better to fight for his place in AC Milan, because currently he's not even starting games. That's part of the things that is happening. He's not starting games. And if he can keep himself fit, then who knows? He might be one of the starting players for Stefano Pioli's side in the Italian league. So these are some of the stories we've brought to you today on Lagos this morning.
Oh, yes. And if you're here to follow us, can you do so now by subscribing? Follow Flip TV and follow Flip TV Plus. And
not forget to comment under the comment section and share to your friends and family. In
case you'd like to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on Instagram at Duro_Tineke, and then you can reach out to my partner here at
Ebuzman, EBUZMAN. Simple.
All right, and I think that's all we have for you today. We'll see you tomorrow. Do have a blessed day.
All right, bye for now.
Yeah.
Andra Nereko, that's